Northern Edition starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, all. I'm Shashina Roll. As always, it is so great to have you with us. Topping news, Grand Bahamas tourism sector poised for a takeoff. Yesterday, after some 18 months of planning, the island's newest resort was officially commissioned by the nation's leader. Sabrina Brown has our top story.
A cross-sector of the community gathered to witness the official opening of the five-star all-inclusive resort that is expected to jumpstart Grand Bahama's economy. The multi-million-dollar Memories Grand Bahama Beach and Casino Resort has 492 rooms and over 500 staff members. Prime Minister Perry Christie says his government has been working hard to put Grand Bahama back on a path to sustainability, and he says this development signals a renaissance in the island's tourism sector.
Our business strategy led us to be a partner in the Sunwing Group, of which you've heard, whose CEO, Mr. Stephen Hunter, was introduced to me within months of my taking office. After examining his company's profiles, as well as meeting with him, I shared in the optimism of my team of technocrats who had commenced negotiations with him that indeed Sunwing Group had the desire, the vision, along with financial and market reach muscles to anchor Grand Bahamas tourism and lead the turnaround.
According to the Prime Minister, air arrivals on Grand Bahama went from 500,000 to 160,000 in 2012. The island's sluggish economy has forced many residents to relocate to other islands to work over the years. But the nation's leader says he's happy that Memories has united many families.
I would say that perhaps the greatest story flowing from our intervention is the reuniting of families and strengthening of the various communities, as many who contributed to the well-being of their families and the community at large are now able to return to live and help build up the community they call home. Lots of people who moved out will now have the opportunity, as they are now seizing, to move back in and make their family life much stronger.
It is estimated that this new project will result in additional airlift of some 101,000 seats from Canada and the United States within the first year of operation. It is also expected to pump close to $60 million into the tourism industry. But Prime Minister Christie says the tourism sector is not the only focus.
I am pleased to confirm that positive conversations have taken place between me and my representatives and the principals of Hutchison, MSC Shipping, and the Grand Bahama Port Authority on a $250 million expansion of the Freeport container port. The memorandum of understanding will be placed before my cabinet for final approval in short order, with a view to construction getting underway this summer. The major expansion is expected to result in some 1 million additional containers passing through Freeport annually.
He says a discussion was held with the Grand Bahama Port Authority and major stakeholders in the industrial sector recently regarding a review of the tax system.
The consideration was that I ought to, for myself, recognize that the Dominican Republic has a container port. That Jamaica, recognizing the significance of it and what is happening with the Panama Canal, they have a container port. That Costa Rica, recognizing the opportunities that could be theirs, have committed themselves to a container port. That the Bahamas is a more expensive destination jurisdiction than any of the countries aforementioned. And therefore, could we guarantee success?
Sabrina Brown, ZNS Network News.
Well, Prime Minister Christie noted that the formula for Grand Bahama is working together. The five-star hotel project was realized through a partnership between the Sunwing Travel Group, Hutchison, and the government. CEO and President of Sunwing, Stephen Hunter.
As of today, Sunwing Airlines is flying 6 flights per week from 6 cities in Canada, and in conjunction with the government, this summer we'll be flying direct from 8 cities in the U.S. Most importantly, the opening of this hotel means we need a lot of good people working with us. and thus we have created hundreds of direct jobs and thousands of indirect new jobs.
Well, Deputy Chairman of Hutchison Port Holdings, Dr. John Meredith, is happy to see this major project come to fruition.
Extend congratulations to the Government of the Bahamas and Stephen Hunter of Sunwing Travel Group for having the vision to transform what was previously known as the Reef Village into a world-class, all-inclusive property. The Grand Bahamas tourism product has substantially improved with the opening of this fine resort. And furthermore, this investment has sent a very strong signal to the international community that GBI is a destination that continues to attract investments from world-renowned brands.
Grand Bahamas business sector getting a helping hand thanks to a partnership with a regional entity which specializes in the development of small and medium-sized enterprises. A training program was introduced to members of the business community at the Pelican Bay Resort designed to put them on the cutting edge of commerce. Joan Davis-Roll has this story.
It is a training initiative designed to solidify the partnership between the Caribbean Export Development Agency with Grand Bahama through entities like the Grand Bahama Port Authority and the Grand Bahama Chamber of Commerce. This is small and medium-sized business owners learn the latest strategies to ensure their company's success. According to CEDA Executive Christopher McNair, the goal is to expand their reach as they empower business owners not only on Grand Bahama, but the Bahamas to discover their full potential.
It is simply designed to bring the kind of business understanding for the 21st century to the SMEs in the Caribbean. In the Caribbean, 70% of employment comes from SME sector across the entire CARICOM. So if we do not build our SME sector, if we do not strengthen our SME sector, then we have an issue in terms of economic development and growth. So we're very happy to be here. As was said before, this is a start for us in terms of our involvement in the Bahamas. We're very happy to be in Grand Bahama, but we're also looking to do similar activities in Nassau.
President of the Grand Bahama Port Authority, Ian Roll, says the specialized training augurs well for persons availing themselves of such a golden opportunity.
I welcome each of you to this initial module of the ProNet Business Training Series. These high-quality training modules, as conducted by ProNet, are designed especially to assist SMEs in enhancing productivity, building competitiveness and profitability, thereby growing and expanding their businesses. We are delighted that you were keen to take advantage of this valuable opportunity to prepare yourselves and your businesses for the highly competitive and ever-changing business environment we refer to as the global marketplace.
Second Vice President of the local chamber, Billy Bowe, is optimistic that the ProNet training series will help to propel this island's economy.
Our mandate is to actually be that center, that resource to provide these types of opportunities to collaborate with partners like the Caribbean Export Development Agency and the Port Authority. So we are excited once again to be working with this group. We hope that you will gain from this so much knowledge that you'll be able to, in a year, when you come back, when CEDA graces us with their presence again, that you'll be success stories. You will take Grand Bahama to the next level.
Joan Davis-Roll, ZNS Network News.
Grand Bahamians being encouraged by a group of citizens to invest in a new opportunity. President of Pi Investments, Dexter Edwards, says the time has come for Bahamians to take ownership of the local economy by becoming entrepreneurs. He shares how this investing enterprise will work.
We are looking at a minimum of 1,000 persons coming together, each person setting aside a minimum of $20 to $35 a week, which, if you do the $35 a week, would give us an amount of up to $35,000 per week. Within 1 year, will give us $1,820,000. We do it only for 5 years, and in 5 years, we would have raised $9 million or saved $9,100,000. What we plan to do with that money is to invest it. Invest it into a group of companies.
Edwards says this opportunity will also provide tremendous benefits. Director of Finance, Pastor Elvis Burrows, agrees.
The benefit is also that we offer first preference to our own members before we seek to give contracts or employment to anyone. We look among ourselves, to our members first. If there is no one qualified among us, then we look to the wider public to fill that place.
This project has generational implications, and so when you invest today, many of you would get to send your children to college, or to pay off a home, or to leave an inheritance to your children as the Bible prescribes. And so I'm encouraging you from all walks of life to not look short term, but look in the long term and see how this can benefit you going forward. And I encourage you to really become a part of this investment opportunity.
Now, a series of town meetings will be held on the PI partnership. For more information, you can call 352-7433 or email ubigholdings@gmail.com. A 17-year-old male student to appear before the juvenile panel on dangerous drug charges. Police say around 11 o'clock on March 19th, police and school officials conducted a search of a group of male students at a local high school at the Jackwood High School and discovered a backwood package in the garbage bin near a group of boys that contained 8 clear bags of suspected marijuana. Now, several males were taken into custody in connection with this matter and later released. The 17-year-old was later charged by police in connection with this incident. Stay with us. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition continues right after this.
Bringing news that matters to you. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. The Martintown Primary School is now on the cutting edge of technology. The school, located in West Grand Bahama, has formed an alliance with a major corporate citizen. This partnership is viewed as a great investment in the lives of the students at that institution. Natalie Martinborough reports.
The partnership between Polymers International and the Martintown Primary School was forged over 18 months ago, and today the school can now boast of a 21st century computer lab.
I've been in the Bahamas for 18 years now, and my primary focus is education, education, education. And it's always been one of the things I've said, the number one resource in the Bahamas is not the sun, it's not the sand, it's the people. And you got to invest in the people, and so that's what we do. Try to put things in that, especially for education, as much as we can with the budget that we have, and this was a perfect place.
From grades 1 through 6, computer literacy is big on the agenda at the Martintown Primary School, and the school is taking an integrated approach. School officials are grateful for the donation given by Polymers International.
So far we have gotten 30 desktop computers. We've gotten some software as well. Each computer here, they bought a copy of Microsoft Office, so the students are getting an opportunity to work with Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, Publisher, and all those other programs that are inclusive in that software suite.
We all are aware we are in a technological age, and computers takes us around the world. It takes us places where we will never go, actually. And in addition to that, the children are able to use these computers to complete their assignments. If they have any projects or any assignments, they will be able to complete the assignments through the use of the computers. And so we are very, very grateful.
Deputy Director of Education Sandra Edgecombe calls the computer lab a great addition to the institution that has had its share of challenges over the years.
We think of all the things that Martintown Primary School has been through with hurricanes and all the tragedies almost that they have experienced. What a wonderful school to adopt, because these children need that kind of reinforcement. And I believe with the team of administrators and teachers, and this added to this technology, whatever's taught in the classroom is carried over here in this computer room. Learning is fun again.
Natalie Martinborough, ZNS Network News.
Well, students from various schools on island will put their science skills to the test this Saturday at the 16th annual SACME competition. They are required to build a bottle rocket and an efficient car out of mousetrap. Senior Education Officer for Science Herbert Marshall is confident that the students are up to the challenge. He says the competition gives students the opportunity to apply scientific principles in a practical way.
this afternoon, or that's going to be held on Saturday, is designed to help parents to see the extent to which their children have been elevated because of this arrangement. This SECME competition actually gives the students an opportunity to apply the scientific principles that they're learning in school. For example, they get to see Newton's law in action. And so we want our parents and, of course, other persons in the community to see that science is on the move in Grand Bahama. And so we're inviting parents, bring your young ones out too, because they love this competition.
Rotarian and coordinator Dennis Knowles says over the years, SECME has grown into the largest pre-college alliance in the United States. He and Deputy Director of Education Sandra Edgecombe believe the work of the organization is making a big difference. Over the years, Grand Bahama has been successful at the annual SECME National Student Engineering Competition.
We had a first in the seniors and a first in the juniors. So when Grand Bahama goes to SECME, when we walk in that door, everybody shivers.
You hear about their success even when they go to the U.S. It starts from a very simple and basic program as SECME, and our participation, our primary school students, they look forward to making their rockets, and so I know Saturday is going to be a great event.
Now, the Grand Bahama Shipyard is now on board as a major sponsor. Saturday's competition will start at 9:30 a.m. at Jack Hayward High School Gymnasium. A fun and exciting event planned with the family in mind. That's how organizer David Wallace describes a new circus coming to Grand Bahama this coming Saturday. Under the theme, Truly Amazing Circus, Believe It or Not, Wallace says those in attendance will enjoy a number of brand new acts.
This eye-popping, jaw-dropping, foot-tapping show has a total of some 12 captive performances of acrobats, clowns, contortionists, spectacular master magician, and they are also dubbed as the fastest quick change in the world. This magician has the ability to cut somebody in half. So if you got somebody who you don't care to have around you, bring them to the circus this year. The famous cartoon characters of SpongeBob, Dora, and the Ninja Turtles, a hilarious sidekick midget who is here with us today, and a daring sword-swallowing act, and much more.
Now, Stanley Lowe Booker is one of the acts performing at the upcoming circus. He is inviting family and friends to come out and enjoy a great evening.
I also love children, and I plan on letting the crowd see what they want to see. Have fun. The thing I like about circus is I love to see a family go home glad, talking about how proud we have made them. And that's a little bit all about myself I want to say.
Now, the circus will be held this coming Saturday at St. George's High School at 8 p.m. Stay with us. Ricardo Lightporn joins us next with a check on sport.
Everybody, welcome to Sports with Ricardo Lightborn. Rachel Thompson of Grade 1 Henfield. This one is for you tonight. Well, the Grand Bahama Shipyard for the annual fishing tournament was a doozy. Lots of fish caught despite the challenging weather on Saturday past. And yeah, Roger carried home all the fish. Fishing fans lined the dock for completion of the Grand Bahama Shipyard 4th Annual Youth Benefit Fishing Tournament. The anglers coming in for the weigh-in and a thrill for many. The question of who caught what was lingering. The size of the boat did not matter. What came out of the coolers and weighed was the thrill of the moment for Kirk Sobal and Team Lingus.
It's pretty rough today, very, very rough. I mean, we left early this morning. We went past West and all the way up to White Sands. It was okay because we had the wind behind us, but coming back, it was hell, believe me. One of my crew member got sick like a dog.
Ruben Bird tried his hand at this year's tournament and a fishtail. Ruben and La Boheme finished out of the money and hung tough.
Rough. It was a little scarce out there. We ran over to Tuna Canyon and finally hit a weed line. We were on the way over to the Horseshoe. Hit a weed line and picked these couple of dolphin up. But that's all we hit today.
Well, I know for you, this is something you enjoy doing all the time.
Absolutely. This is a every weekend thing for me.
And
So
for the company itself to be involved in such an event like this?
it is, for the company to be involved in this event is just, for me, phenomenal. All right, I love it because it supports the community, it supports the children here on Grand Bahama Island and the development of them, and it's just a great thing.
Team Warrior, with all eyes on me, also had a tough day of fishing. Herman Major said it was touch and go.
Really rough. We've been almost to Gentleman grounds. The turn around was too bad for the turn around, and caught a dolphin. That was it. Came in the shore, caught a mutton snapper.
The tournament also attracted lots of families to the Grand Bahama Yacht Club. The tournament directors were all smiles. Okay, grouper passed the test. Boilfish, anyone? Just ask up. Roger Russell, high school soccer in the Arthur Paris Mary Knapp soccer season. Let me tell you, Bishop Michael Allen Junior boys defeating Lucana National 2-0. I say enjoyed this assistant with Trisha Russell and a pretty good one. They had a 1-1 draw. Lucana National senior boys also shut out BMES 3-zip. As far as basketball and Grand Bahama Basketball Association, let me tell you that Showtime Knights beating the Seagrape Saints 59-41. Alan Prosper had a 28-point game, and the Saints got 12 from Rashan Campbell. Men of Honor put away Tanker's Predators 68-66. Krashad Thompson 25 points to boot, and Bowman Mullings and those Predators at 22 points. The Predators simply just can't beat nobody. That's the way it is. And if you see Roger Russell riding around, folks, and look in his back trunk, there's a cooler and nothing in there but fish bone. That's it for sports.